What up? Not too much, man. Dealing with allergies. Unlike the current moment, I got like one eye that is like starting to like kind of water. So that's how I know it's allergies. Mm. Just the one eye itch for me. Nice. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. The last time I flew back on a plane, I was like under the weather, and it was like the most miserable experience ever. Yeah, man, it was like I had sinus already had sinus pressure, so like my ears weren't popping. It's like you were talking about it the other day, so like yeah, I knew exactly what you're talking about. 'Cause I was like, yeah, I've been there, man. You're already congested, so you're already like the pressure's already there, so it's just adding on to it, and you're like, oh, you're like my head could explode. Uh-oh. Gundy says is Nim talking. He hears no audio. But do you hear me? That's the question. Yeah, they said can't hear Nim. Yeah, so just you. He said he said he's a noob. That's what he said, guys.
Because it went to default when NVIDIA Broadcast updated. Everybody should hear me crispy now.
He says
Because
noob.
because NVIDIA Broadcast, updated, and it was a pretty substantial update too.
He's
And
back.
obviously it doesn't OBS with its update at the same time, because that thing just updated today for me. Um, and yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Things just updating when I get home. It's like, oh, you've been away from your computer. Your computer's been off for a whole week. We're gonna fuck up your day while you're sick.
Well,
So sorry guys if you I don't have any I don't have my camera on. That's actually on purpose. That one is by design. Cause like I don't have my green screen up. I'm sick. I look like shit right now. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. And
hey, it's okay. The the profile picture is not too shabby.
right, that's what
You
I
know,
said. I changed it up. I was like, you know what? I think everybody liked
it's not too
this.
bad.
No, no. I'm kind of under the weather, so
I've
I
seen
got the
worse.
umbrella out.
I've seen better PFPs. But I've seen worse.
Right? So,
Hmm.
but I
Yep.
did find out that you don't want to mine crypto in Costa Rica.
Uh-oh. How did that go? Was it not a good experience or?
No, 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 no. So it's actually kind of wild. It's not like any rules or regulations in Costa Rica that would be like, oh no, you can't do that. No, their price of energy is really expensive out there.
Were you mining in the hotel and they like came
I
knocking on your door
no
like,
no no.
hey,
I couldn't
hey,
get mine to.
you
I
can't
actually
do
couldn't
that.
get
We know
mine to
what you're
work.
doing and you can't do that here.
I couldn't get mine to hook up at all. Those mini doges, because it was a secured Wi-Fi connection. I was
Yeah, you
tr-
gotta like you gotta log in right to the Wi-Fi. You have to sign
Right.
the password or whatever.
Right. Which you can set that up with the mini doges. That's not a problem. But the
No, but it's like
problem
once
that
you get in, you have to like once you log into your private Wi-Fi, it pulls up a browser page that you have to like go and accept something usually. And that's usually what stops you for like Wi-Fi miners.
so here's an interesting one. So I've mined with these with as long as there was a public Wi-Fi readily available, it would just connect in and off to the races. It would go. Cool. This one, I had to like it wouldn't connect in. Cool. I kind of foresaw that problem coming on, so I downloaded the Gold Shell app. So
Right.
you could find your shit faster. And then I decided to set my phone up as a hotspot and wouldn't connect. Didn't even see it
So now
trying to
what?
connect. So I fucking made it fucking broadcast it where it was unrestricted broadcasting. And I was like, okay, let me see if I can get it to semi see my phone at all so that I can
Just for
try
the
to.
second.
Right, just for a second. Give me fucking a couple of seconds. Let me run into this thing real quick, change passwords, and I can sit there and then, re-kick it on. Cool. Nah. There's something in it that in these gold shells that won't let me. I never played. I never even thought about it until I got there, and I'm like, oh, I probably just need my hotspot, and I'm good to go. Right? For some reason, these things don't find the hotspot.
Interesting.
That's what I said too. I was for sure if I had my phone as the hotspot and I log in my wife's phone into it, I should be able to see it and be able to connect in one way or another. But nah, something about it. I don't think it likes it. The maybe it might not like the address for the hotspot. It's not programmed in to recognize that as an actual legit connection. I have no clue. But if I would have known, I would have fucking now I almost want to sit there and see if I can pop mine on as a mobile hotspot here and get it to connect in with my phone. Like force the connection to come on.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because if I can do that, then I can log into my Gold Shell programming. I'm on the admin side, so I've got access.
Right, you would hear.
Yeah.
Like added to your phone's hotspot like preemptively.
Yeah. If I didn't even think to do that, and I don't know if that's even possible. So that'll be
I mean,
something that I'll
as
be
long as it
playing.
doesn't change, it would still work. I've
Hmm?
hooked my miner up to my phone's hotspot before.
I
But
know you can do it with like regular miners, but I've never done it with
yeah.
a Gold Shell.
Yeah, coming like the gold shell stuff, it may be like the certificate is just a little different.
Right. Something's got to go on with that. That makes it like maybe it just yeah. I don't know. I want to play around with it now that I'm back at home, and I'm not out in a foreign country, exposing my Wi-Fi into an area where I've never been before.
What's up, Oz? What you doing?
I had
JFK.
my little Wi-Fi
Tell your guy,
dingling out
Sadie
there with no
sometimes.
protection on.
Oh, gross.
I know, dude. It
Peppery
was
puts.
oh, I was living dangerous there for like 5 minutes. And I'm sitting there looking at my phone, watching the connections, making sure, nothing tried to connect in while I was doing this.
You're like, please, 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 please.
I'm like, this is the most unsafe I've ever been. All for the sanctity of trying to do something.
I need an adult. I am the adult. I don't like
I'm making
this.
bad decisions on alcohol. because that was an all-inclusive place, dude. All the alcohol you could possibly drink.
Yum yums.
Oh my god! So, I found a drink that I like. I don't care what
Yeah,
anybody
you were talking about
thinks,
this
but
last night. The was it
yeah,
the howling screaming monkey or something like
howling
that?
monkey, man. Oh my god, fucking delicious. But yeah, getting back on getting
Awesome,
back
drop
on
some money in the
topic. I'm
back
like
here.
sick and
Quit
shit.
looking at my
So like,
broadcasts.
it was like squirrel moment there for a moment. But getting back to why I would never mine there. You know, it's like, yeah, I had issues with setting up the miners. That wasn't why I wouldn't mine there. One, their power is really expensive because they don't generate enough energy internally, so they're importing in energy. So that in itself is very expensive. Two, I saw their main transmission lines for power. You know
Pretty
how
rough
like
over
when
there.
we look at a fucking, like those high tension power lines and shit, and we're like,
We're
oh
only
yeah,
talking about your broadcast. No
though
today, no judgment. Yeah, man, they're pretty rough today. Right
it's
now,
like
it's not the one I just did was not doing so hot.
so the their
What I get
their
for following the main feed.
their main their main power lines out there are like 80 kV,
Right.
80. Like ours are like, 350 to 500 kV. They've got 80. And then when you go into these towns, the power poles, dude, they would give you heart attacks, my dude.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it, man. Honestly, wouldn't doubt it.
Bro. So they've got like all your phases of power, and then people just randomly hooking lines to it in areas and dropping down to fucking meters, dude. It was just like, oh my god, that's a fire waiting to happen. No wonder why they have fucking brownouts all the time. But what I did think that was actually kind of interesting there, at the same time, and I had to ask somebody about it, that I was seeing big loops of like wires that are at each of the poles. And I was like, "What's with all of that?" And they were like, "Oh, that's all fiber optic." They've already got fiber optic in Costa Rica, bro.
But they're not utilizing it.
They're using that's their internet, dude. That's their internet. That's their fucking yeah.
Hmm.
I was like, because like as soon as somebody said that was fiber optics, I was like, oh, they're buying bulk. The extra spools that are getting looped up is better to loop it up than try to cut it. Because if you cut it and it cuts wrong, you can actually shatter the entire wire internally.
They have more freedom than us to extend. Yeah. They're like, oh, to an extent. Yeah.
To an extent, yeah. They are
Yeah.
heavily socialism, dude. Oh my god. Like their government is highly entrenched into the day-to-day operations of the people. And they've gone through tons of corruption over there. I mean, like it's wild. Governments embezzling off of the Social Security and stuff like that. It's kind of weird. And then they
That's
Costa
right.
Rica actually has one of what they call the blue zones, where it's an area of people who, on average, live to be over 100 years old because they have really good eating habits. They're just healthy people. Um, and but yeah, I mean, it's like, but outside of that, it's like, yeah, their electrical grid is just kind of fucking janky though, dude. It's like scary to look at some of that stuff. The only thing I thought was really kind of blew my mind that they already had fiber optic ran through there. I was like, wow, that's bullshit. But, you know, if they're trying to drop in infrastructure and
Just
they're,
mask it a different way.
yeah. But they are using volcanic energy though.
Hmm.
You get into certain areas and they've got nothing but steam pipes going all over the place. Fucking to go to power up all this other stuff, and I was like, oh, that is really fucking cool. I mean, they've got some like pros and cons on what they've got for their electrical grid, but a lot of negative, unfortunately. And then because of the way that their electrical grid is, like they get big storms that come through there, and their power could be wiped out for a week. You know, weeks at times. So yeah, very interesting being out there. You know, fucking. But I'll definitely have to play around with these fucking miners to see if there's a way to get these things to like I can connect into them anytime I want. There's got to be a way to do it. But other than that, how's your work been?
It's been good, man. It's been good.
Yeah. Big project still.
I mean, every project's a big project. Oh, but yeah, no, it's been good. Uh, can't like talk about a lot of things, of course, but
Right.
different projects moving around. Uh, I've been working close to home
That's good.
recently, so I'm about an hour and 10 minutes away from the house.
Oh
So I'm able to
shit.
come home like every day, which has been nice. It's
Well,
been a change of pace.
there's like a small little operation nearby.
Yeah, it's 12 megs. I mean,
Not bad.
debatable how you talk about small. You know what
I
I
mean, in
mean?
a greater scheme of Bitcoin mining,
Smaller than the one that I was at, yes. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. So I'm saying, I'm like
You
in the
had the
scale of Bitcoin. I mean, like a 5 megawatt. It's almost like, oh, you're just starting. Cool, man. Welcome to the game.
yeah, I'm actually at the Rockdale farm. Uh they've actually approached three we're at 3.1 exahash at this like current moment. Pretty freaking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. 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 So since I've been there, we've gained about 1.5 exahash since I've been working at that site.
Nice.
Yeah, we started with like 8,000-ish machines. Now we're at 13,000.
Baller.
Yeah. All S21 Pros,
Nice.
except for one S21. Just one. Just that lonely guy.
Very cool. Very cool. It's like I hope they get. I hope they're getting closer to opening up a location near me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I heard one about Wisconsin, but I'm not entirely sure how that's going, which is close to you, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you're like you're near the, not near, but somewhat near
Yeah, I'm right.
the
I'm
border.
close enough to the border. I can smell it. I'm downwind of it.
I can smell it. I can
I,
smell the cheese.
right. It's so stinky. The cheese be stinky. Ugh. You would think that
Yeah,
we'd be
so
able to get cheaper cheese because we live next to cheese land. No, 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 no.
no, not at all. But yeah, so I mean, of course, we've had fun building out the site, building out other sites, just kind of continuing the growth, right?
Right, right, right.
Hopefully, gonna get some more sites. We're getting more sites here soon. I'm just kind of hoping for. I want a hydro site. I want to go work at a. I want to go play at a hydro site. That's what I want. That is what I would like to do.
I would actually be more interested in the checking out a place that would be playing into the like the bioreactor stuff. So alternative fuels, fucking
Right.
for energy like that. That is like some like really cool shit. Depending on if your input is literally shit, it's
Yeah,
it's a
there's some that are
forever
running on like
giving.
biodiesel,
Yeah, or no, not
running
even
on poop.
biodiesel. It's well, I mean, you can kind of call it like a biodiesel, but you're just basically you're doing fermented uh, like cow shit manure and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm saying like, but there's biodiesel
Yeah,
ones. There's ones that are running off cow manure. Um,
that's the ones that I'd be interested in is
tires.
cow manure because a lot of these farmers they don't realize that that there is an absolute niche for this stuff because they're feeding a lot of these
Costs a
farmers are
lot of
feeding.
money to move shit.
Oh my, yeah, literally. And
All
but
jokes
you
aside.
right, but you have a lot of these companies that that are selling the hay, and they're from fields that they've sprayed broadleaf pesticides onto. They can't sell that to farmers
Um,
because it'll kill their field. And now the farmers are realizing that that's what's killing their field too because they're now feeding it to the cows.
Holy
So now
jeez.
now the manure is no longer usable by the cow by the food industry because it kills their field off. So now it makes sense to sit there and turn that into just straight up energy because you can't use
Right.
it. And it's like and think about how many farmers that are feeding their animals fucking stuff that's been coated in insecticides and herbicides just because they wanted to have a better looking field that the cows would eat.
Push, push, push.
What push?
Uh, Trading shit coins on back here.
Oh, he's
Yep.
he's shitcoin gambling over there.
Yeah. It's only we discussed this last night. It's only gambling if you're losing. I'm
It's
losing right
only
this second,
gambling.
but I won't be losing in a second.
It's only
Maybe.
gambling depending on who tells the story.
That's right. That's right.
Your little 8-inch fish after one beer is now 12 inches.
You get it. I've been in this poop coin trade for too long. So we're getting a run up, and I'm like trying to get as close to break even as possible.
Oh, we're trying to not lose, so we're already in lost territory as it stands right
Oh
now.
yeah, currently, yeah,
So he's gambling now. He's going, please
yeah.
double or nothing. Come on, baby.
Nope. Asking for a break even. Asking for a break even. That's it.
Didn't that first bear market teach you this stuff?
It did. But we didn't have this in first bear market.
Oh,
Things
so
are different now.
we needed a way to be able to burn your earnings off faster.
Right.
When bear market strikes, you can always make it worse. Dun dun dun. Crypto
That's
gambling.
right, man.
Use your
Can always be
tokenomics.
worse.
Oh, too funny, too funny. And did you hear about the two the two blocks that have been hit not too long ago far apart from each other that carried the same nonce?
Yeah. There's only like a
Like
hundred and something
107 of
blocks.
them. Yeah, 107
Yeah.
times that's ever happened. I was like, oh, that's kind of fucking cool.
There's been in past like few days, there's been a lot more CK pool blocks than most have seen recently.
Huh.
Or at least that most have been like paying attention. They're like, oh my gosh, now it's happening all the time. Like it does kind of happen like all the time. It's just that the media doesn't always talk about it. You know what I mean? Media isn't like Coin Mining Central, things like that. Like they don't always report on it, you know?
Right. Because they've dug into it and they were
Blocks get
probably
hit
told the
every
law.
second, every 10, every 10 minutes of every day, you
Right.
know?
So, yeah. So, I mean, like, we have little mini miners that are hitting blocks. We got nonces that are lining up with each other. I mean, is if there's a third sign, I mean, does that mean fucking moon? I mean, we just need one
Yeah,
more
pretty
sign,
close.
right?
Like the fifth coming. I think it wasn't the first sign was Ross coming out. That was the first sign.
Oh,
Was
oh,
Ross getting
oh, oh.
freed. Second sign is double blocks, double nonce blocks.
Right, right, right.
Third sign is what, 200K Bitcoin?
Right, right. I mean, we need a third sign, and it's like it's moonshot, dude. It's like moon. Let's do this. Come on.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild. I think the most recent was, especially like most recent that was actually pretty like cool was talked about it yesterday was the Apollo 2 that hit their own block.
Yeah.
They were solo mining to their own node on their own stratum on their own uh residential internet hitting a block. Like that
I
is
mean,
like
it. I mean, that
it's
could be a
literally
sign
the
in
ultimate
itself,
W, right?
right? I'm
It's
gonna
like the
send a
trifecta.
transaction, and bam, what?
Yeah, validating a transaction on your own node, in your own home, on your own pool, with your own solo miner. It's just like the ultimate, like it's like the ultimate trifecta. That
Hell
is
yeah.
that is the sign, if not anything. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
There's even someone running their own Apollo 2 node, right? And they have 1 exahash of machines mining on it, like on their
Hmm.
own stratum, on their own node. Like they're pushing 1 exahash machines.
Nice.
It's like a 1 in 6 chance of hitting a block on a day. Pretty good odds.
Right,
Like
right.
the farm, like one of the farms that I managed for, like they have a very good chance of hitting a block every day. They would make more than they would pool mining if they solo mined. But business models don't do probabilities. They don't do ifs and what ifs, right?
Right.
What if I hit a block today? Yeah, I would pay for myself 3 times over. What if I don't hit a block today? That's a hefty power bill to pay for.
Yep.
It's still like at the run of mill of luck at the end of the day, So yeah, you may have a really good chance, a 60% chance of hitting a solo block in a day, you know, but that's still a 40% chance of not hitting a block in a day. And like that only changes every week or so. Difficulty adjustments or 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, every
Two
two
weeks,
weeks.
every 2 weeks. So like the likelihood, like you could not hit a block for 2 days. Like, are you gonna go bankrupt in 2 days for paying for 3 exahash of machines? Like it's a lot of money and power.
Oh
And at
yeah.
that point, if even if you don't hit a block in 2 days, in 3 days, at that point, you would have made the amount that you've been trying to chase after. So like I get it in like the standpoint of a business. The business doesn't work on what ifs. They want a consistency. I know that I can make this amount every day for this 2 weeks. It could go up or down depending upon this week, right? Just because difficulty and adjustments. But that is an easier business model. You know what you're going to be making for the next 2 weeks,
Right.
at least, depending upon the calculator you're looking at. And if they're based upon difficulty or uh, by hash rate. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah. Other than that, I mean, I've been out of town for a week, so I don't know. Like, you're gone for a week, and you like lose like sight of a lot of stuff.
What up, Tech Man?
So I mean, like, any like anything new with the GPU mining area?
I mean, we got we got 5080s, man.
Oh, the paper launch.
We got 5080s.
The paper launch. I know. The one that like if you sat there and you looked at all the areas that was sitting there selling GPUs, they were like a place in California got 13 GPUs, and a place like Chicago got 4 for the entire Chicagoland area. 45080s.
Just got from an
The
Alice Cooper
line,
concert. That's
the
kind of
line
cool.
was wrapping around the building 24 hours in advance
Yeah, it's a little intense, right?
for 4 GPUs. And out of the 4 GPUs, the person sat the GPU down on their car with the line in front of them at Micro Center and snapped the shot, put it on eBay for $5,000. The guy that the one from Jay's 2 cents, also listed his on eBay for $5,000. It was the one that he fucking signed.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Messed up, man.
Oh yeah.
Assigned 5080 by Jay's 2 cents, and you just cheated on the marketplace.
Right.
First chance you
I
get.
saw him bitching about it. He's like, the guy put listed it on eBay. I was like, wow. I mean, it's to each their own, but dude, that's wow.
Yeah, it's pretty jacked up.
Oh yeah.
Pretty jacked up. Did you see the new Hall of Fame card that's been launched?
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Figured you
I'm
would have
gonna look right now.
you can go look and pull it up on the screen for everybody.
Let's
Well,
see.
I'm gonna go grab a drink real fast.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Galax. Let's seize this thing. Oh. I have to pull this up. Let's see here. That's the 4090. They have that there. Do we have news on it? So it'll be a 5090. Let's see here. There we go. Bingo, found it. Oh, it's being kind of janky today. Okay. It's like being really stupid on how it's loading in. I don't know why. There we go. So, bam. There we go. Galax unveils its flagship 50 series GPU, the Hall of Fame Overclock Lab. Look at that. They even labeled their capacitor, their inductors. Oh, that is awesome. HOF Hall of Fame. This has got to be like a computer generated graphics on there. I don't think that'd be pimp if that's how it actually comes to. But I like the white PCB on there. It is clean. Interesting in how they've been doing the layouts with the VGA cores. I'm so used to it being just more of a squared off die more than a rectangle like this, that they're kind of stretching it out the way that they have been. But one thing that I have noticed is that they are trying to actually move these memory modules a little closer to the VGA core. It helps with cast latency between the VGA core and the memory modules itself. You can only overclock your memory to your slowest responding one. So if you can get them all within you know within reason within the realm of error, you'll have the maximum performance on your for your frequency targets. Because again, if you have one of the memory modules is a little slower, its frequency ripple back to the VGA core is going to be out of sequence with the rest of the memory modules. So they all have to get down so that they all stay stay in sync with each other. You cannot have them oscillating out of sync. That's memory cannot handle that. Your VGA core can, but the memory itself cannot. So that's a lot of what our limiting factors is why AMD has tried to go with the HBM memory, because it puts the memory on the same plane as the VGA core itself. So advantages and disadvantages of that, of course, as we've seen with Red Panda, where he's killed a bunch of his cards because it had the Vega series always had a problem with just shutting down. You had to power them down before turning them off because the HBM memory was so hot that when you turned it off, the coolers would just get too hot. It's interesting to see how with this generation, with the amount of power that Nvidia is putting through these cards on the thickness of the coolers that they've got with these things. So their little construction that they're now doing with the copper cold plates, with having more of a vapor chamber right behind the VGA core, seems to be they're able to really kind of maximize out now with what they're doing with those now, and are starting to shrink the cooler sizes. I mean, look at what we were getting with the 30 series with the VGA cores to now, and we're seeing a lot of those really nice updates with this. But with the Hall of Fame edition here, this is actually really cool. A 12-layer PCB with a 14 plus 6 plus 6 power stage design setups. So you're going to have 14 main power phases for your VGA core, and then you're going to have it a 6 power phase for your secondary VGA core, or what I like to call your uncore.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got your 6 power phases for your memory modules on there. So I mean, this thing is like gonna flow some serious power. Oh, I would love to sit there and see somebody break a world record and what the like that splash peak power usage would be. It's because it's not going to be sustained power usage at the high end, but I would like to see where it like kind of reaches up to really see what kind of a power supply you're going to really need to put this card up to, because if it can splash up to that higher end, it can potentially trip certain power supplies and put it into power protection mode, and it shuts down.
Yes, no good.
No, no, no.
No, I don't have any Hall of Fame cards though.
No, I have kingpins, but no Hall of Fame. I would love to get a Hall of Fame, but you don't see them too much here in the United States.
Yeah, you don't see them much, and then you don't ever really see them like for sale on like the secondary market.
No. Like, I've never seen them outside of like a handful of people, and I think the rest of them just stay in China for their overclocking community out there, because it's a huge community of overclockers out there. Oh, that's a
Nice.
clean build right there. That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's real nice.
Yeah, I figured you would have seen that one. Pretty interesting.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I know you like them Hall of Fame cards. So.
Dude, they're pretty dope for what they're doing on those. And their OC Labs is like the equivalent of Kingpin, where Kingpin was separate from, even though he was with EVGA, he was still a separate entity for EVGA. That's how OC Labs is for Galax. So OC Labs goes through and helps Galax validate chips. And in return, they get to pick out certain ones that seem to certain VGA cores that seem to perform a little better than most. And those are the ones that OC Labs keeps for themselves. They're like the unicorns out of, 10,000, they might find one unicorn, one or two unicorns. That's why the Galax and Kingpin editions were always low supplies, because it is hard to find these little unicorn chips, and none of those unicorn chips were the same.
Tech man. Do you know the nickname of China's best underclocker? We too low. We too low.
But bump.
Some minor jokes. That's fine.
That's a knee slapper.
It's pretty funny.
We got dad jokes. Dad jokes all night long. Don't worry, I think we all have dad jokes.
Oh
So.
man. Yeah, it's pretty much all I seen, past day was good old Hall of Fame. I'm not getting 5,000 series, especially not anytime soon.
Oh no, no
Um,
way.
Son of a Tech got one. It's pretty interesting. The box isn't square. Caught me off guard.
Oh,
It's
did he get the
got
Founders Edition?
no, did not. Got I can't tell you off the top of my head.
Because there
I'm
was
gonna
like
go
the
look.
Founders Edition one where it was a box and you pulled the two ends off, and then it looked like a giant Founders Edition card layout. And then you just opened the box, like
It
the.
wasn't he didn't get a Founders Edition. I forget which one. Asus Tough.
No, okay.
Yeah, Asus Tough.
Interesting,
Let's see
interesting.
if there we go. See, box says
Eh, you pay extra. This is why you pay $2,000.
gonna cut the corners off. Just they cut corners. Ha ha
Yeah,
ha 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 ha. It's funny.
yep. They cut corners hard.
You'll see. So I think this was by far like the best performance for auto was Autolycos, which is Ergo, which is 1.68. I'm saying gigahashes. Oh, it's hash per watt. That's what it is for here. Um, where was it? This has ETC hash 113 mega hashes. Kryptonite should be CCX. Decred. Who hash? Carlson hash. So Sawtooth 5060. Iron. Vert. Walla hash. Cuckoo 29. Equihash 144. Conflux. I know it's in here somewhere. The Ergo numbers are actually like pretty good. I don't know. I guess it's in there somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. I don't know where though. It's insane. Yeah. I think the 5080 outperforms 12 GPU rig on Ergo. Yeah. It's pretty wild. Like just specifically for Ergo. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I'm not gonna make y'all suffer.
Oh.
No, I've seen it. Where do you only show the hash per watt? Tariffs went into effect today. That is a thing. Yeah, we're got a 10% tax on or tariff on China,
Ye-
25 to Canada, which is now in effect as of today, but doesn't require you to start paying out until March. Hyper tariff inflation, yeah. It's gonna be interesting. See how the price of ASICs go through the roof or not.
It's no different than, I mean, I think they got rid of like one of the tariffs on China that dropped the price of getting ASICs into the country to begin with, which is that stupid 28% tariff tax on it.
Stuff's gonna go up. Yeah, it really is.
So if it goes, it wouldn't go up a whole lot, and that tariff tax gets paid direct, like you pay as it comes into the country, or the shipper has the person who's sending it to you eats it on the front end, which means they're upcharging right off the bat,
Correct.
because either
Yeah,
way
price will
you're
adjust
yeah.
accordingly.
And it's not that much, it's like whenever I was spending $2,000 on the E3 Antminers, a 28% tariff tax was coming out to being like 350-ish, $350-ish, somewhere right around there.
Right. I paid it. I paid it on the Ice River. I ordered under Biden. Biden. Yeah.
Yeah, there's always been
1,736
tariffs.
bucks was 436 bucks in tariff fees.
Yeah, tariffs are everywhere. People don't
And
want
it's
to
always
like
been
let
a
you know.
thing.
Yeah, every the U.S. has a
What's
tariff
the
tax on
current rate?
every
Eight? Is it
country
8%?
for the tariff tax.
Yeah, like if we're
It
buying a machine, it's like
uh
8%, right? Currently,
yeah,
or it
currently yeah.
was 8%.
So
Now it's 10% as of today. But
So it goes up just a pinch. And it's only, and anything that we produce here will not see that tariff tax, even if the company is from another country. If they're producing it here.
right, which is why uh Bitmain is looking at having a facility here.
Yep.
Not everything will be produced here, but them having a facility here to produce things will help them escape that.
Yep.
without having to make everything here. But the machines that will be made here will be more expensive, in my opinion.
I think it'll be
They'll be
about the
cheaper. They'll
same.
be cheaper to spend or to send out, but like shipping will be much cheaper, much faster. But I think we'll have to pay more for those two things. You have to pay, but like, it's pay me extra premium.
But like Ice River, now they're going to be incentivized to set up shop here too.
Right.
And that would be interesting because then they're going to have to be looking at areas that it's going to be a net positive for the company to open up shop. So they're going to be they're not going to be looking for like sweetheart deals like a mining facility would be looking for. But they're going to be looking for sweetheart deals on a location with regulations that are favorable for them to start manufacturing without any kind of huge red tape. Because like their needs are not going to be the same as a miner. So they're not looking for big power. They just need enough power to be able to test. So be interesting because then you're looking at they're able to put these things into some of these older factories potentially. But again, where they can get a good deal on it, move it, and the infrastructure is at least 80% there for what they need to do. And then, God, if they actually get that foundry in Arizona up and running,
Right.
that'll be a game changer. We are sitting at that 1 hour mark here.
What an hour.
Right.
Really?
Oh, Checkman's like, what did I miss today, brothers? Oh, just the new tariffs that are getting implemented in. Tariffs are just getting readjusted.
Yep.
I do find it funny though. All these people like, oh god, there's this one guy. If a person I knew was like this, I'd be like, congratulations, you're knowingly hiring in illegal people over American people. You're that guy. But he's sitting there going, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. All of my workers haven't shown up. I was like, that happens when criminals are realizing that the law is coming after them. So hopefully that means that there'll be more Americans that'll be getting jobs here soon, which means that if more Americans are getting jobs, and then you get all of these companies that are in the mining community that are setting up shop here, adding in more tech jobs into our workforce. I mean, I just see net positives. Like, so what if something goes up in price if your living wage also goes up in price? Number go up. It don't matter what happens on the other side. Bitcoin teaches us this. But since we are at that 1 hour mark, you got anything else you wanted to add in on this?
Nope, not that I can think of, man.
Oh. And does anybody have any other comments or questions out there before we head up out of here? It's like, I can't believe I've been talking all this. Fucking my throat's like half dry right now. It's like, oh. For sure, Tech Man. He's like, glad to see you guys before you stop streaming. Hell yeah, brother. Drop those FAs in the Chizzity chat, guys, because you guys are rated at 4 fucking awesome. Yo.
That's right.
While you're dropping
Yeah,
those
for sure.
FAs in
Good
the
luck
Chizzity
tonight,
chat,
Techman.
smash that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. It's like, I'm gonna miss most of RPM tomorrow. Oh no, that means I got a chance to win. I'm getting on there. Getting on
Got a
tomorrow. I have
chance.
Techman just said I have a chance of winning.
Yep. I hope everything's all right there, Techman.
Right, right. Hopefully nothing's going big, nothing major's going on. And guess with that being said, thank you everybody for being here, all that good stuff. And I guess peace out. Stay savage. May your watts be low and your hash be high, and of course, we will see you awesome hashers on the next one. Y'all.
Stay savage.
Stay savage. Hell yeah, brother. Do it for Dale.